Hi, welcome back to Discovering an Educated Life. And I just wanted to share with you today what we've been covering in our book basket. We did the first week of school was Leif Erikson, and the second week of school was Christopher Columbus. For Leif Erikson, we did Leif the Lucky, and I had this time traveler book that I had thrown in there. We already own this, and we did it with Sunlight last year, and I just tabbed where the Viking section was, but I didn't really end up reading this. She read Leif the Lucky, and she narrated that to me, which wasn't necessarily, she didn't have to do that, but she did. And the time traveler book she wasn't super into because she's read it already. We didn't read the Vikings part with Sunlight, but she read the Vikings portion on her own. And if you're interested, it's just kind of, if you probably know what an Usborne book looks like, if it just has pictures and they're really interesting. And she just didn't, I honestly think she just didn't get the time to go through it because we had a lot in our basket. So we did those two things, and I don't have Leif the Lucky sitting here. I read the first chapter of this aloud, Who Was First, and she really liked that book. It was super detailed, like it was way too much for her to read on her own. So I read that one afternoon, and she didn't even realize I was doing it. She was doing something else, and she was like, "Can I narrate?" and forgot that I was just reading it aloud. It wasn't something that was a school book, and I just was reading it out loud to myself, honestly. So she's been reading Pedro's Journal. This is a historical fiction book. It's about a boy named Pedro that was from Spain, and he was traveling with Christopher Columbus, and it's written in like a journal format. Then she did this book today, the picture book of Christopher Columbus, and I don't think she was super into this. Maybe this would be good for like kindergarten first, maybe second. She's in third, and we're using adventures, and I think this was a little easy for her. Didn't really give her any new information. We did watch the Nest Christopher Columbus video also, and she had a lot of information from that. This was a really good one by Peter Sisk called Follow the Dream. I bought this book, and I really like the illustrations in it. They're really, really good. And he is actually an immigrant, Peter Sisk, from Czechoslovakia. And so he's writing this from the perspective of somebody who came to America also and left his home country. So I found this to be, he was inspired by Christopher Columbus. And so I liked that I kind of paired this book with this book, Encounter, because this book is from the perspective of a young Taino native boy on the island that Christopher Columbus first landed, and how it's the story of his young childhood, this is him, to an adult and the destruction of his people. And as a result of people coming from Spain seeking gold. So it's kind of like pairing these two together gave her a very inclusive view of history. And then this one I really enjoyed reading this week too. She read this aloud and didn't retain a whole lot of it. It's The Discovery of the Americas from Prehistory Through the Age of Columbus. I will note this one does have some, if you're from a young Earth perspective, this has many thousands of years ago mentioned in the beginning, but it's not, it wasn't something that I found was too much for us personally. So this one includes the Hopewell, the Aztecs, and the Mayans. It has a lot of early explorers. It includes Leif Erikson, Christopher Columbus, and a lot of other people that explored to the New World, and I loved the artwork. So she didn't retain a lot of it, but I think she was tired that day. We like to do book basket on Saturdays too, so I'll probably throw that one in. And then this one here, we did the first week also, and I forgot. It's the Pledge of Allegiance, and it's I Pledge Allegiance. And we covered the pledge. We know the pledge already, but we covered the meanings, that pledge means promise, and allegiance means loyalty, and breaking down what the Pledge of Allegiance actually means. This book did that, and we also had some stuff in our guide. And then she's reading this. She just started this one today. She finished Escape from Baxter's Barn, and then she added in this today, The Curious Cat Spy Club, The Mystery of the Zorse Mask, and she's read this pretty thick book. She loves chapter books like this. She read the first one already over the summer, and so I purchased her this one. And we also had this little puzzle. She has a lot of puzzles. But I picked this one up from Dollar Tree. She has like all the big Melissa and Doug ones, but she's actually really liking this one. So that's everything we're loving in our book basket this week. And I will share with you in a couple weeks what else we've been doing. And I hope you subscribe and like my channel and like this video.